Have you ever dreamed of a morning when instead of traffic jams on the roads, you can freely fly in your car? Well, that dream is already on the horizon. In China, public test drives of cars aiming to slice through the skies are being conducted. Secret tests have shown that industrial production could start so soon that no one will have time to blink. Today, you'll learn all about who is leading this technological breakthrough, how flying cars work, and perhaps the most exciting part, when this fantasy will become our everyday morning. Get ready to be amazed. The future is already here. Have you ever dreamed of a car that can take off right out of a traffic jam? It sounds like science fiction, but it's already a reality. The Chinese company Xpeng Aeroht, a subsidiary of Xpeng Motors, is actively developing the first mass-produced flying cars. In 2022, they conducted a public test drive where their car took off a few feet, demonstrating stability and safety. The car combines the functions of a regular electric vehicle and a flying apparatus. On the road, it moves like a car, and in the air, it ascends with the help of 8 rotor propellers. A familiar steering wheel is used for ground control, while a joystick is used in the air, making the transition between modes smooth and convenient. The main mission of Xpeng Aeroht is to create eco-friendly and convenient transportation, which will help megacities deal with traffic jams and speed up movement in densely built urban areas. The company plans to launch mass production of such cars by 2025. Imagine you're no longer stuck in traffic, but just flying over it. Are you ready for such a future? The flying car from Xpeng Aeroht is a unique combination of a drone and an electric vehicle, aiming to change the perception of urban transport. This device is equipped with 8 rotor propellers located on the sides, which provide stable vertical takeoff and landing. If necessary, the device can smoothly switch to regular electric vehicle mode, moving on the roads on 4 wheels. Equipped with powerful electric motors, in flight mode, the flying car demonstrates excellent maneuverability. It is capable of hovering over obstacles, making precise turns and ascents, which makes it ideal for an urban environment. The range in the air is between 19 to 31 miles. This is enough for traveling between areas of the metropolis. However, the current version of the prototype has limitations in maximum speed and flight range, which the developers are actively working to improve. Xpeng Aeroht engineers are working on increasing the range and boosting the speed for the production models. In the future, they plan to equip the vehicle with more powerful batteries and improved rotor systems, making such cars suitable not only for city travel, but also for intercity trips. Right now, these are just the first steps, but the company has already proven that its technologies work. Successful tests and demonstrations suggest that mass production of such cars is just a matter of time. During the tests, Xpeng Aeroht engineers focused on 3 key aspects that determine the success of flying cars in real conditions. The first priority was to check flight stability. The flying car, equipped with 8 rotor propellers, confidently stayed in the air, demonstrating excellent maneuverability. Even in gusty wind conditions, the vehicle maintained balance, confirming its readiness for use in an urban environment where external factors can be unpredictable. Next, the safety systems were tested. These include emergency rotor shutdowns, soft landing algorithms, and resilience to adverse weather conditions. For example, in the event of a system failure, the vehicle automatically activates backup mechanisms, allowing passengers to safely complete the flight. This is especially important for a vehicle that must meet strict safety standards to gain users' trust. The third aspect is maneuverability. One of Xpeng Aeroht's main goals was to ensure a smooth and intuitive transition between ground driving and flying modes. Tests showed that switching modes is done with literally the push of a button. After that, the vehicle automatically lifts off the ground, smoothly gaining altitude. The driver can easily control the device using familiar controls, making the transition process simple even for an untrained user. The results of these tests demonstrated that flying cars can be not only efficient but also safe for everyday use. Xpeng Aeroht is confidently moving towards making this type of transport available for the mass market, opening a new stage in the development of urban mobility. In China, projects aimed at creating flying cars are actively developing, set to revolutionize the transportation sector. Xpeng is a leading Chinese company specializing in the development and production of unmanned aerial taxis. Their flagship model, The H216S is a two-seat electric aircraft designed for urban passenger transport with vertical takeoff and landing. In August 2023, EHang successfully completed all scheduled tests of the H216S as part of a certification program that lasted 30 months, starting from January 2021. The company expects to receive a type certificate from the Civil Aviation Administration of China, which will allow the commercial operation of aerial taxis to begin. Autoflight is a Chinese company focused on developing commercial flying cars for urban environments. It pays special attention to aerodynamics and reducing the cost of its vehicles, aiming to make flying cars accessible to a wide range of users. In April 2019, at the Aero Expo in Friedrichshafen, Germany, the founder and CEO of Autoflight presented their developments, showcasing the company's commitment to innovation in air mobility. These companies conduct numerous experiments and tests, testing flight stability, safety systems, and the controllability of their vehicles. China has made significant progress in the field of flying cars, becoming the first country in the world to officially approve commercial passenger transport using unmanned aerial taxis. In October 2023, the startup EHang received permission to launch commercial air passenger transport, marking an important step in the development of this industry. Given the current achievements and active developments, we can expect that flying cars will hit the market in the coming years, providing new opportunities for urban mobility. China is confidently outpacing other countries in developing the technologies needed for the mass adoption of flying cars. This has been made possible by several key factors that have ensured the country's leadership in this field. Let's break down what they are. First of all, government support plays a crucial role. The Chinese government actively funds projects related to the development of flying vehicles, air taxis, and other innovative modes of transportation. Such investments not only accelerate research, but also give companies the opportunity to experiment with cutting-edge technologies. Secondly, the flexibility of legislation. In China, it is relatively easy to obtain permission for testing flying vehicles, unlike many other countries, where bureaucratic procedures significantly slow down innovation. The Chinese system creates favorable conditions for the rapid implementation of new technologies. This allows companies like Xpeng Aeroht and EHang to conduct tests and enter the market faster than their competitors. Finally, technical innovations make Chinese projects unique. The use of electric propulsion reduces the carbon footprint, making flying cars eco-friendly. Artificial intelligence ensures precise control and safety, which is especially important for vehicles designed for dense urban environments. For example, the autopilot technologies developed for unmanned aerial taxis have already proven their effectiveness and potential. Thanks to these factors, China not only holds a leading position but is also actively paving the way for the mass adoption of flying cars. This is not just a technological breakthrough, but the beginning of a new era of transportation that is becoming a reality before our eyes. It's hard to believe that Xpeng plans to release the first production models of its flying cars by 2025 to 2027. This ambitious project will be the first step toward the mass adoption of flying transportation. In the initial phase, sales will be limited to China, where the company will be able to test the models in real conditions and refine the technologies. However, in the long term, Xpeng aims for export to capture global markets. The key challenge on the path to mass adoption of such vehicles is not only reducing their costs for the end user, but also developing the necessary infrastructure. For example, it will require the creation of special zones for takeoff and landing, integration with existing urban transportation systems, as well as the implementation of new rules for low-altitude air traffic. Xpeng is already in talks with government bodies in China to develop such zones in megacities. This includes the creation of parking areas with takeoff pad functions, as well as special corridors for air traffic. These will help minimize collision risks. The emergence of serial models will be a landmark event for the industry. They promise to change our approach to urban transportation, turning dreams of flying cars into reality. While Xpeng is making plans for the future, the world eagerly awaits when flying cars will start their everyday operations in cities. However, the emergence of flying cars in the market comes with serious challenges that need to be overcome for this mode of transport to become part of everyday life. First, air traffic regulation. Flying cars require the creation of new rules and standards that take into account their operation in urban environments. It's important to define zones for takeoff and landing, flight altitudes, and routes to minimize risks for other air and ground traffic participants. Secondly, safety. Airborne accidents pose a much greater threat than those on the road. Developers are required to implement collision avoidance systems, automatic emergency landing protocols, and protection against external factors like gusts of wind or equipment failures. Only complete confidence in safety will make such vehicles appealing for mass adoption. Finally, cost. Today, the development of flying cars requires complex technologies and expensive materials, making them accessible only to a small circle of users. To achieve mass adoption, it is necessary to lower the price of both the transport itself and its maintenance. This will require new manufacturing solutions and technology optimization. Despite these challenges, companies like Xpeng Aeroht and Ehung are actively working on these issues, bringing us closer to a future where flying cars become a common mode of transport. Flying cars promise to be a true revolution in the transportation system. They will not only speed up cargo delivery, but also completely change the approach to logistics, making it more efficient and eco-friendly. Reducing congestion in megacities is another key advantage. This could significantly improve the quality of life in large cities. Experts predict that the development of this industry will lead to the creation of thousands of new jobs, ranging from engineers and pilots to maintenance specialists and infrastructure developers. Moreover, the investment potential of the sector is estimated in the billions of dollars, making flying cars attractive for both startups and large corporations. Such transportation is not just a futuristic dream, but a real step towards a new level of urban mobility. Flying cars are no longer just a fantasy from science fiction, but a real step towards changing the familiar face of transportation. Chinese companies like Xpeng Aeroht, Ehang, and Autoflight are actively working to make this dream a reality. They are not just creating vehicles that can take off and drive on roads, but they are laying the groundwork for a new stage in the development of urban mobility. Imagine a world where traffic jams are a thing of the past, and the commute to work becomes a short flight over the city. Flying cars promise to speed up cargo delivery, improve logistics, and provide a new level of mobility freedom. They open up huge opportunities not only for personal transportation, but also for emergency services, tourist routes, and even future interregional flights. However, this breakthrough comes with many questions. How will air traffic be regulated? Will we be able to ensure maximum safety for passengers? And how soon will such technologies be available to the general public? All of this requires not only engineering solutions, but also changes in laws, infrastructure, and public perception. Are we witnessing a new transportation revolution? Xpeng, Aeroht, and other companies are confident that the mass adoption of flying cars will be possible within the next 10 years. Flying cars are not just a technological breakthrough. They mark the beginning of a new era in transportation that is already knocking at our doors. But are we ready for such changes? How quickly will our infrastructure, laws, and society adapt to these amazing innovations? And most importantly, are we ready to cross the line between a regular car and a vehicle that can take off? How do you envision life with flying cars? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss the future that is literally hovering on the horizon. If these questions struck a chord with you, I have an offer for you. Do you want to be part of a team that not only talks about the future but also inspires change? Join us. If you know how to edit videos, voice over clips, or create vibrant scripts, welcome to our team. Message our Telegram bot and let's together highlight the most interesting and vibrant things happening in the world of technology and beyond.